It could be a glimmer of hope that a royal reconciliation is in the works. British media reporting reps for King Charles and Prince Harry have been meeting behind the scenes. They are reportedly in talks to set up a face-to-face between the estranged father and son. The relationship, of course, fractured when Prince Harry and Meghan left royal duties and the UK, and further frayed after the couple's Netflix tell-all. And then, of course, there was Harry's memoir, Spare. Joining me now to discuss is CTV's royal commentator, Afua Hagan. Afua, hello to you. Great to see you. So even before this got off the ground, it seems that there is now fresh distrust after Harry and Meghan were accused of leaking a photo of aides meeting. That photo has gone public. Bring us up to speed. What can you tell us?
Well, yes. So, first of all, you had the meeting, and this meeting took place over the weekend. It was between Meredith Mains, that's the Duke of Sussex's chief communications officer, Liam Maguire, who runs Harry and Meghan's UK PR team, and the King's comms secretary, that's Tobin Andrea. And this took place at a pub near Clarence House. Now, first of all, they were sitting outside in the pub garden for the first 10 minutes, spotted by the Paps, and then they moved inside for more privacy. I guess if the three of them are going to be sitting outside of a pub, I mean, people are going to spot you. The paparazzi did spot them. We do not know who leaked the picture. Harry and Meghan's team said that was nothing to do with them. But the fact is, you know, this secret or not so secret meeting, as I like to call it, because you're sitting in a pub garden in full view of the public, took place. So it does look like perhaps the teams are getting together to try and open the door to reconciliation, to try and get the communication between all sides to be better than it is right now.
Afua, do we know who initiated this attempt at reconciliation? Was it Harry? Was it the King?
We don't know actually who was the first person to say, look, let's sit down, let's break some bread, have a couple of glasses of wine and see what we can figure out here. But Prince Harry has always been very vocal about the fact that he would like a reconciliation. You know, when he was on the press run for Spare, he said the same thing. Even in his recent interview after the court case against the Home Office, when he did an interview with the BBC, he even said, you know, he would like a reconciliation. He didn't see the point in fighting anymore. So he's always been very vocal about that fact. And behind closed doors, King Charles III himself, you know, has always been open to the idea of reconciliation as he's getting on in his years. And of course, off the back of his cancer diagnosis as well, you know, he has been quietly hoping and wishing that there was a way back for reconciliation also.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've been reading, each side sort of has a demand, Afua. Harry wants the ambushing, I believe it was called, of the royals to stop. The King wants more trust. So can you clarify what that means? And I have to ask this question because a lot of people might be wondering, what, you just can't call up your dad and say, can we chat? Do we really have to go through aides or staff? Your thoughts, please.
Well, Harry mentioned in that BBC interview, didn't he, that him and his dad had not been communicating, that they weren't talking. And yes, you know, there's so many handlers around the King and Prince Harry and other senior members of the royal family. They have so many people, right? So you'd think that perhaps they could all just jump on a WhatsApp group, but all their communications are so carefully managed in this way. Listen, there needs to be trust on all sides, and that's trust on the side of the King and trust on the side of Harry and Meghan as well. Yes, Harry is very concerned about his security, but yes, the ambushing, as he calls it, by the royal family also. But there has to be a sense of autonomy for Harry and Meghan too, who have made their life in Montecito, who have no wishes to come back and be working royals, but perhaps just do want to have a reconciliation, you know, none of the animosity between all sides. So you're right in saying that each side has things that they need for this reconciliation to happen. That's trust, perhaps that's apologies, and perhaps that's the ambushing on both sides of the argument.
And a quick final thought, because I'm just about out of time. How does William, Harry's brother, factor into all of this, Afua? Do you know?
Well, none of his communications team were at this meeting, but I don't think the king would have sent his comms team to this meeting without the blessing of the future heir. And let's remember as well, for King William's reign, when it comes, he is going to need to have his brother by his side. The royal family is supposed to be all about unity, and it isn't going to look great if you have an heir to the throne who is essentially at war with his brother.
Afua Hagan for us. She is our royal commentator joining us this morning from London. Afua, thanks for all that.